I took the same road you took, my music with a new look and you fool shook. I am not a crook in this official piece in the street. Seems like you'll never reach a nation and you and yours across the vision. Ain't forfeit this one, forward division and this shit getting cold and cold. Up and down, no matter what you can't show the animal, showing and showing so hours. This and not knowing the outcome. A pipe dream man, a promise. I'm living the pipe, dream and a promise. You live in the pipe, dream man, a promise. If we live in the pipe, dream and a promise. That's what's up when I say real. And y'all say hip hop is real. Real. When I say real, and y'all say hip hop real. My mother, my grandma, my grandfather, my brother, my sister, my girl, my landlord, the fans and my compadres. I promise the world that y'all can come up short anytime. My case ain't over, no I can't take over, no I owe you, no I know it in my soul. I'm not only when I should owe you better. That's supposed to know that Kim on a one go. Yo, back in the day, the quarter chick. Like I definitely a bucket in the smoking, even if I thought it was wrong.
Yeah, I'ma call in to work and tell the boss I'm sick. I'm so sick. Boss still.
Alright. So I've been rapping for a minute, but I didn't really take it seriously till I got back from Atlanta. In Atlanta I was messing with a crew called Divine Mind, and it consisted of some of the members was Anon, Mike Check, my brother Machete, he goes by Dan Johns now, he from South Carolina. But they all taught me they gave me the tools. So they taught me how to actually construct bars and do this and that. All I knew how to do was jump in the cypher and just freestyle. So once I got the tools and I came back home, because I ran out of money, Morehouse was too damn expensive, and I ended up going to every single open mic I could find. And the reason I did it was because I needed to study where I was at. I'm from Detroit, but I didn't really know the scene too well. So I went to the Lush in Hamtramck. I went to Crazy Mo's in Pontiac. I went to Max Bar in Lansing. I went wherever it was open mic, Blind Pig in Ann Arbor, and I met everybody from One Below to Hex to Guilty to Invincible to Decompose to Elite. And what I learned was everybody feeds off everybody. So I started doing open mics, got comfortable with that. Then I remember one instance where Hex grabbed me off the stage at the Lush, and he told me I ain't had no business at the open mic. So he sent me to work with Cobb. So I went to work with Cobb, rest in peace. That he was like a big brother to a lot of us. But I stayed in that studio. I cut the first record I did with Dilla at Cobb's. And I cut every other record with Nico Red and with Corona right there. With Lax in the back making beats, Shoes in the back making beats. But that's how I met everybody. So I kind of worked my way up the scene. So that's how I started. I started taking it seriously when people around me started taking me seriously. So after that, I'm not done mastering my craft. So I still got a long way to go. So I guess when I realized that it was going to be a long journey and I was actually getting booked for shows and stuff like that, I had a choice to make. I was doing school, work. I was an engineer at the time, and actually I was doing open mics. But shows started picking up so much that I had to make a choice. So one day, I was sitting at my desk at work, and I said, I'm gonna give myself 6 months for one thing. It'll either be school or rap. I had already done maybe 2 or 3 years at the firm anyway, so what I did was I picked rap. So I cut everything out. I quit my job, I cashed out my 401k. I took 6 months. I said, if it don't work out in 6 months, I can go right back. But my 6 months turned into like 8 to 10 years. So I was able to sustain myself, and the only reason I'm working now is because I got a beautiful son and a beautiful wife. Right when I signed a deal with Odyssey and a Mellow Music Group, I found out she was pregnant. So, and the only thing bigger than music to me is a family. So I chose family. So that's the only reason I'm where I'm at now.
It's all fun and games until take a minute to catch your breath. both hands up, eat Skittles, and go to sleep on your grandmother couch in Upper East State.
Alright, it's my first project on Mellow. Hopefully more to come. We'll see. The Odyssey project, I had already worked with Amir on a couple joints. He had done singles on the 2 previous projects. And Pipe Dream and the Promise, he did the lead single to a Pipe Dream and the Promise with Monica Blair singing on it. We had worked on a couple joints previously when I was on I was involved with other situations. But when I was approached to do the project, it was like a no-brainer. I was already messing with Kev and Roddy and Ken and YU and everybody, and I was already a big fan of Odyssey. So this project is 2 things that piqued my interest with the project. I wanted to make an album. I was so hands-on with Pipe Dream and the Promise. I kind of wanted to give up that control. I wanted to make a project like it was 1997, where OC did the rhymes, Primo did the beats, or DITC did the beats in that case. But I wanted to do something where the MC could just do the MC and the producer could do the producer. So Odyssey did the beats, I did the raps, plain and simple. I did my end of the bargain, he did his end of the bargain, and we came up with a great project. What the project symbolizes is every project I've put out, whether it was developed with Spirits 400 or Pipe Dream and the Promise, they all mark different periods in my life. I don't want this to deter any label or anybody from coming to me, but a lot of people question the gap in between albums. Pipe Dream and the Promise took 5 years to make. So this Odyssey project took 6 years to make. And I'm gonna have more projects in the next year. But my motto is you gotta live so people can relate to that shit. If I drop the album every month and I'm on the road constantly, what could I really tell your ass? What could I tell you? Other than how to hop off a plane, hop on a plane, hop on stage, get paid. And that's where it waters down the message. So this album, I went back to work after not having a job, and I completely respect anybody that's working a 9 to 5. I forgot that shit. But going from like having a passport to traveling nonstop to sitting down and actually clocking in and clocking out every day, it was kind of a readjustment period. I'm still going through it right now. But I have a son now, I have a wife, and you hear all that on the record. The whole record is about having a family and readjusting back to life. So I got a song about I hate my fucking job. I got a song about everything. I got a song about not getting my just due. But this Odyssey record is important to me because the first voice you hear on the record is my son's voice. So I want this to mark a period of when Finale actually went back to a regular life. He got what he wanted, and what I wanted was a family. So that's what this record is. So I want you to stick with me and experience everything that I'm going through. So that's what this record is. And I'm glad Mello gave me the opportunity. I appreciate Odyssey with the beats. Thank you, brother. And that's it.
It feel like I'm dead last, but up front, what's to come? But current the trend. Some of us think I'm meant to be forever permanent, with nothing is certain except when it's over.
Pay attention, pay your respects, and learn from the next man. Detroit is two crabs in a barrel here, man. And everybody feels like if you at a higher point than them, then they gotta, instead of them trying to learn from you, they're gonna do whatever to pull you right back down with them. Which is why the motto is here, or the way it works is, you don't stay in Detroit and get on. You gotta go overseas, or you gotta go out to New York or LA to pop off, and then you come back when the locals catch wind of what you're doing. When they crack open a XXL and see your picture in there. That's the sad part about this city. So when the new up and coming cats realize that shit, and then stop hating on the people that's actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? I went to a lecture. I just went and stood in the back. And all the new rappers was talking about how me, Black, Fat Cat, and everybody was not reaching back. First of all, it's not my motherfucking job to reach back. It's your job to catch up to me and then try to run along and try to see what I'm doing. I'm not gonna stop or slow down what I'm doing because I got a son to take care of. But whatever I got, my tools is your tools. But you gotta show me that you wanna work with these tools. So I'm not like no super success story, but I know how to rap. I know how to make money off of it. But I paid a lot of dues to get to where I've been. I rap for gas money. I rap for nothing. Me and Invincible, Ill, we paid a lot of dues together. Me and One Below. I used to open for One Below, but now I'm doing my own shows. So I've learned from everybody, man. But these kids today, I hate saying that shit. These kids today, they just gotta learn how to listen, man. If you listen, I don't talk much. It's probably the most y'all gonna hear me talk other than on stage. But what I do is observe and I listen. I observe and I listen. So I pay attention to everything around me, everything you say. I get wind of everything y'all run y'all mouth at when I walk out the door. It always makes its way back, but I don't ever say nothing to you. I just get a stamp on my passport, come the fuck back, put that shit in my bank account, and I dap you up when I see you. It makes no difference to me whether you take what I'm trying to give you or not. Because at the end of the day, it's only two people I'm doing this shit for. Before, it was just me. But right now, it's my son and my wife, Bethany and Caden. But these new guys out here, they need to realize it's bigger than them, it's bigger than their block, and it's bigger than the east or the west side. So that's my advice. Pay attention, learn from the OGs, and stick close to them. They got a lot, they can teach you a lot more than you actually think they can. So, all right, that's it.
Nigga running like wrecking. Old boy screaming and dreaming. I tell him it ain't hitting like Drake. He's swinging. Being in his own lane, but now that I can make a way in. Big enough to make the whole band like Taken. Thinking of a man complain nobody but rock him. It'll be really legit. Jim Crow all seen like you're written up the magic the game stay thinking. See a nigga starving. Still in the dreaming and that feeling. You up here in my earbuds. Watching I can raise the ball. Racing off. How the fuck I'm gonna get playing with y'all? And I don't wanna get the lead all the calls up back. With the brain when they killing, I can bring that. Feeling what it always says, seven fold. Let's get the of the ribbon, or what if the whole bit of the bit is open to my own toe. But I understand something in it, I'm